Good evening, Hoboken families, and thank you for spending time with us tonight to learn more about our kindergarten through 5th grade elementary school program. We are hosting many families on tonight's virtual open house Zoom event. Before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Christine Johnson, and I am the proud superintendent of the Hoboken Public School District. To date, I have 27 years of experience in both the private and public school education worlds. I began my career as a teacher at a private high school before transitioning to a public high school. My administrative journey started as a kindergarten through 8th grade curriculum and instructional supervisor of social studies education for the Livingston Public School District. I then served as an assistant superintendent of schools for the Highland Park School District and an assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction for the Summit School District. I was then given the grand responsibility of leading the Mendham Township School District and the Boonton School District as their superintendent for a total of 12 years. I am now beginning my 6th year as Hoboken's first female superintendent of schools. Next to me, I have our very talented assistant superintendent of schools and ask that she introduces herself as well.
As Dr. Johnson has just shared, I am your very proud Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Sandra Rodriguez Gomez. I have been with Hoboken Public Schools going on 7 years and joined in the capacity of both principal of the Joseph F. Brandt School and director of the Office of Early Childhood. I have over 20 years of experience having been a teacher, a vice principal, a director, and now an assistant superintendent. I am so very proud and humbled by our work in Hoboken. It is both innovative and inclusive.
Tonight, you will hear about the many ways that our district honors and respects the individual student and provides best in-class experiences to ensure that our students are confident, resilient risk takers who are ready for kindergarten and beyond. Before we begin, I would like to explain the agenda for this open house virtual event. We are going to begin with a 30-minute video about our elementary school program. It's filled with pertinent information about our 3 elementary schools, our philosophy and curriculum, related arts, special programs, and the kindergarten placement protocols and the registration procedures. When the video is over, I will rejoin all of you and provide some quick facts about the district, and I'm also going to share some of our accomplishments and future plans. During the video and my concluding session, we will have the chat feature and the raise your hand features simply turned off because we don't want the agenda to be interrupted. However, you will have the ability to participate in a real-time Q&A with 6 panel members throughout both the video and while I'm speaking afterward. Our panel consists of the following administrators: our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Sandra Rodriguez Gomez, our Director of Special Services, Dr. Cecilia D'Elia, our Director of Innovative Programs, Mr. Christopher Delafave, our Brandt Elementary School Principal, Charles Bartlett, our Connor School Principal, Mrs. Juliana Addy, and finally, our Wallace Principal, Mr. Martin Shannon. In order to have your questions answered by the most appropriate individual, we do ask that you identify in your text prior to your question which individual, department, or school that you're actually directing your questions to. If you're not sure, don't worry about it. Our assistant superintendent will field any question that you might have. But keep in mind that we already have 132 attendees on this virtual open house program, and I believe that number is continuing to increase. So as a result of that, if your question is complex or requires some sort of a detailed or extended response, one of our panelists will let you know that, and they'll tell you that your question will be answered and emailed to you by the end of the day tomorrow. All of your questions will be captured by email, so we know exactly who you are and who to send the question and response back to. Finally, the video that you will see momentarily will be posted on our website and on our YouTube channel for easy access. We will also record the entire virtual open house event in case you need to log off or if you know of a friend or a neighbor that just simply couldn't attend. All you have to do is join me at cjohnson@hoboken.k12.nj.us. Send me any kind of questions or send me a response for a link to the recording or even instructions regarding where the YouTube video is housed, and I will get that information to you as soon as possible. So now it's time to sit back and enjoy our video.
Hello, and welcome to the Hoboken Public School District. Thank you for expressing interest in our elementary school program. Getting ready for kindergarten is certainly exciting. Here in the Hoboken School District, we cannot wait to meet your family, especially your child. The Hoboken School District operates 3 elementary schools. Let's meet the principals at each school.
Hi, my name is Charles Bartlett, and I'm the principal of the Joseph F. Brandt Elementary School. All of my teachers, staff members, Brandt student bears, and their families want you to know that amazing things happen in our school. From rooftop recess to cool science experiments to math competitions and so much more, our school is a tight-knit community. If your child is placed at the Joseph F. Brandt School, I have no doubt in my mind that they will thrive in this environment. I look forward to meeting you soon.
I am Juliana Addy, and I am the very proud principal of the Thomas G. Connors Elementary School. At Connors Elementary School, our koalas bring such joy to us every day. Each student at Connors brings special talents and unique interests to the school community. Our teachers and staff members watch them challenge themselves, embrace one another's differences, and work toward building such a positive school environment. Our students truly love coming to school, and we love having them. If your child is placed at Thomas G. Connors Elementary School, I am confident that you will see a happy child emerge into a confident and successful learner.
Hello, my name is Martin Shannon, and I'm the principal at Wallace Elementary School. Wallace is the largest elementary school in the district, measured both in numbers and in heart. Wallace Wildcats generally care about one another and cooperate to make the school a place that is welcoming for all. I have spent the past 5.5 years watching the teachers and staff at Wallace address the needs of the whole child, focusing on academics and the social and emotional well-being of the students. I could not be more proud of the school community that has developed at Wallace Elementary School. I know that if your child is placed at Wallace, your entire family will find a second home at our school on Willow Avenue.
Now it's time to sit back and hear all about the Hoboken Public School District's elementary school program. Learn what we offer our kindergarten through 5th grade students and how easy it is to enroll your child. The philosophy of our kindergarten program is to build a positive classroom community which supports social, emotional development while simultaneously facilitating cognitive growth. That may sound overwhelming, but what it really means is that we want to be sure that all of our youngest students feel great about coming to school and that our teachers have all of the tools that they need to help you learn as much as you can. At each of our elementary schools, we are focused on establishing powerful learning environments, which include the opportunity to learn through play. Doesn't that sound fun? Lastly, we do everything in our power to make sure that all families feel that they are part of our school community, and we make that happen by fostering family partnerships to facilitate powerful connections both at school and home. I hope that you believe what I am sharing so far. If not, here are some testimonials from our kindergarten families. Students enjoy coming to school, and parents and guardians are appreciative of the support that they are given.
Because it's so fun, and and the teachers are very nice to me, and we do fun events, and we get along with each other.
I remember when we dropped them off at the Wallace gym that first day, and he was nervous and he was crying. And I was like, oh my God, I was worried. Was he gonna have a good year? But then I remember when we picked him up at the end of that day, and he had this humongous smile on his face, and I knew right then and there he was gonna have a great year, and he has. Let me tell you, he's had an amazing year. He's grown so many ways. He's more confident, he's more independent, he loves to sing his good morning song, loves to read his mini readers, and he gets so excited when he solves his math problems using the number line.
The program has really exceeded my expectations. The community there is great. Our kindergarten teacher is so amazing, and all of the children and their families are really wonderful. The specials are really great. My son comes home happy every day. He is learning, he's thriving, and we are a very happy Wallace family.
Just really love being at Brant. We value the education, and everybody's just so caring and considerate, from the administration to the teachers to the security guards.
In the Hoboken Public School District, we focus on the whole child. For example, our students are immersed in the Peace Pal initiative that promotes a positive school culture and friendly exchanges between and among all children. Guess what? This school year, we also introduced Move This World in all of our classrooms as well. Move This World is a social-emotional program that builds self-awareness, relationships, and a culture of support. Each of our elementary schools have a full-time guidance counselor and school nurse, child study team members on site, a full-time reading specialist, and a vice principal. All kindergarten classrooms also have a paraprofessional to assist the teacher. We do our best to keep our kindergarten classrooms at no more than 18 students. Wallace Elementary School is home to our special education departments, preschool disabilities, autism, and multiple disabilities programs. Each of our elementary schools provides speech services and in-class and pull-out resource services for those children with individualized education plans. Each week, all students in our elementary schools participate in 2 days of physical education, 1 day of art, 1 day of music, and 1 day of world languages. Before you ask, you should know that there is also a dedicated time for recess each day, which takes place in our school's playgrounds, gymnasiums, or rooftop play areas. Also, all of our students in grade 4 and up can participate in our instrumental and strings program. Leading up to 4th grade, we have a rockin' choral program. We are so proud that the Hoboken Public School District was recently named a National Best School Community for Music Education. At each of our elementary schools, we also teach English language arts, science, and social studies. I will tell you about them in a moment. Right now, I want to tell you about a special period that all of our elementary schools have each day, from kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade. This period is known as the Individualized Learning Period. The Hoboken Public School District is data-driven. Some may think that this means we are so heavily focused on test preparation. That's not actually why or how we operate. We allow data to drive our instructional decisions. For example, all children in kindergarten through grade 2 sit for the diagnostic reading assessment 3 times per school year. This one-on-one assessment allows the teachers to determine which children need a bit more support in order to read on grade level and which have already met or exceeded that benchmark. Our students also take a Linkit benchmark in English language arts and math 3 times a year in grades 2 through 5. These mini assessments help our teachers create a plan for each student to be used during our individualized learning period. The individualized learning period is one of our favorite periods at the elementary school level. We have seen so many children benefit from the work done in this period. The purpose of this period is to push the pause button each day and allow for teachers to either reteach materials for those needing support or provide extensions for learning for those needing challenge in the area of mathematics and language arts. Grade level teachers work together to continuously analyze data and flexibly group students during this period. Children that need English as a second language instruction are assisted during this period, and those that qualify for gifted and talented education through the COGAT and SCAT assessments partake in the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth program. All others have their individualized need met in learning stations, small group settings, or through independent tasks. The best part of the individualized learning period is that 2 of the 5 days per week, all children participate in 2 grade level enrichment courses, one in the first half of the year and the other in the second half of the year. Our students compete in the New Jersey Steam Tank Competition, the Scripps Spelling Bee Contest, the Junior Model United Nations, Junior Mock Trial, and Math Olympiads, just to name a few enriching learning experiences. Experiential learning is an integral part of our school day. Children participate in walking and off-site field trips each year. These are graciously funded by the Hoboken Public Education Foundation. Our students have so much fun visiting popular sites in town and exploring museums, working farms, historical landmarks, and notable geographic locations. Let's talk about English language arts for a moment. In kindergarten, students will become readers and writers. That's right, readers and writers. In fact, all of our students at all grade levels are immersed in literacy throughout the school day. Phonemic awareness and phonics skills are developed through the implementation of the Words Their Way program and the Reading Wonders series. But the Hoboken Public School District is not tied to an anthology-based reading program. Students also engage in word study, guided reading, and literature circles. Teachers also run readers and writers workshops in their classrooms. Early in the kindergarten journey, students will build their literacy skills that are needed for academic success. They will draw and label pictures to tell stories. As the year moves on, students will add more text to stories. Soon they are writing narratives, arguments which are opinions, explanatory pieces, and reviews while applying the conventions of standard English grammar, such as punctuation and spelling. Everything that students will be exposed to is outlined in the English Language Arts curriculum, which is rooted in the New Jersey Student Learning Standards. How about mathematics? What does our math curriculum look like? In kindergarten, students use the Investigations 3 program. This hands-on, inquiry-based math program is designed to prepare students for secondary and collegiate education and careers in the 21st century. Students will develop critical thinking skills and enhance communication and collaborative skills. With this program, students will also get to show their creative side. As students interact with numbers, we believe that math empowers students to describe, analyze, and understand their world. In Brant, Connors, and Wallace elementary schools, we love to hear students' math conversations. Our math program is guided by the New Jersey Student Learning Standards and the mathematical practices. Science is a student's favorite in our elementary schools. Did you know that all of our elementary schools have earned the award as Nationally Distinguished Schools for STEM Learning by Project Lead the Way? We make sure that our teachers cover the next generation science standards using the Dimensions Science program, but also create a range of hands-on, inquiry-based labs through Project Lead the Way. These labs cover computer science, engineering, and biomedical science strands. Our last core content subject area is social studies. This is a favorite subject and curriculum among our staff. Students focus on developing an understanding of core democratic values, rights and responsibility as a community member and citizen, and how each person contributes to the cultural tapestry of our society. Students explore their world and resources and how the changing environment impacts everyday life. The Amistad curriculum and the standards for teaching social justice are woven throughout our kindergarten through 5th grade social studies curriculum. Our students are immersed in concepts about geography, culture, civics, economics, and history, also in alignment with the New Jersey Student Learning Standards. The joy on their faces when they are engaging in social studies lessons and projects is priceless. Technology is utilized as a tool to support learning. At the start of the 2020-2021 school year, the Hoboken Public Education Foundation helped to make our district's one-to-one technology initiative for students in grades 3 through 12 a reality by purchasing the balance of Chromebooks needed to complete our inventory. Then, much to our surprise, the foundation donated funds to purchase Chromebooks for the entire 2nd grade. At this time, the Hoboken Public Education Foundation is in the midst of a campaign to help us put tablets in the hands of every kindergarten and 1st grade student for the start of next school year. In addition, the Hoboken School District provides wireless internet access to all families in need. We are so proud that our district is a model for technology access. With all of that learning, I bet you are hungry. Our elementary schools offer breakfast and lunch programs through Pomptonian Food Services. Information about menus and mealtime, our point of sale system, can be found on our website. Our early morning breakfast program is supervised and begins on the first Monday of the school year for students. It runs from 7:30 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. Our lunch program has really grown over the past few years. Children are offered hot and cold lunch options, along with farm fresh fruits and vegetable tastings and even vegetarian options. You can set up a mealtime account prior to the opening of school so that your child can buy lunch through a point of sale purchase system. Please do not worry about your kindergarten child. Our staff and cafeteria workers will help. If you feel more comfortable, you can always send your child to school with lunch until you are set up in mealtime. Lunchtime for kindergarten children is at 11:15 a.m. in each of our elementary schools. Within the first month of school, you will also receive a form regarding free and reduced lunch. Please fill that form out whether or not you believe you qualify, or even if you do not think your child will purchase lunch. This is very important to the district as it is linked to our Title I funding. At all of our elementary schools in the district, students can participate in the Passport to Learning after-school program. This wildly popular program runs from dismissal to 6 p.m. each day and has so many enrichment offerings. It's hard to name them all. Our students certainly love Dance Academy and Art Factory, theater, jumping beans, yoga and mindfulness, chess, forensic scientists, coding, creative beats by the New York Guitar School, fencing, intro to the French language, cooking for young chefs, and math circles through the Stevens Institute of Technology. There are many other courses along with homework help, academic support, free play, and dinner woven into the Passport to Learning program. The best part is that it is affordable. The Passport to Learning program is fee-tiered, making it possible to offer the program at no cost to economically disadvantaged families. The Hoboken Public School District is committed to equal access to all programs for all students. Don't forget that the Hoboken Public School District also runs the LEAP summer program, a summer theater camp, and a summer fitness program for those students enrolled in the district. There are a multitude of ways for parents and guardians to be plugged into news and updates from our elementary schools and the district. First, be sure to follow the Hoboken School District on Twitter @Hoboken Schools and Facebook @Hoboken Public School District. Our district website also contains relevant and up-to-date information. Every Friday, the Superintendent of Schools sends out a weekly newsletter called The Herald, and principals send out a weekly notice. Be sure that your email address or addresses are correct in our system so that you can receive these. If you realize that you are not getting them on Fridays, just give us a call at 201-356-3602 and someone will help you right away. Every school district in New Jersey must use an online student information system. In the Hoboken Public School District, we use Genesis. Genesis warehouses all pertinent information such as address, phone numbers, contact and emergency contact information, and is also the system that houses grades and attendance. A child's report card is also generated from Genesis. It can seem a bit overwhelming, but don't worry. We provide a paper copy of the report card to all families in grades K and 1. In order for all of this information to work seamlessly, you must complete your paperwork that your child will go home with on the first day of school as accurately as possible. Let's just take a deep breath for a moment. You have heard a lot about our elementary schools. Why don't you take a deep breath as well? Okay, are we ready to move on? You may be wondering how parents and guardians can get involved in our school community and in the district. First, on a classroom level, we have class parents that assist the teacher in planning activities. Second, our schools have active PTOs. These committed groups of parents help to organize school events and assemblies, serve as key communicators, and raise money for special activities. Third, if you would like to get involved on a grander scale, you can also reach out to the Hoboken Public Education Foundation. The foundation is a group of dedicated parents, guardians, and community members that focus on large-scale initiatives for all of our schools.
Hello, my name is Dr. Christine Johnson, and I am the proud superintendent of the Hoboken Public School District. My door is always open, and I am accessible at all times. Send me an email at cjohnson@hoboken.k12.nj.us or give me a call at 201-356-3602 with any questions that you may have, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hello, my name is Sandra Rodriguez Gomez. Hola, mi nombre es Sandra Rodriguez Gomez, and I serve as the Assistant Superintendent of Schools. If you have any questions at all about curriculum or any type of academic program, you can feel free to reach out to me directly. I am srodriguez@hoboken.k12.nj.us, or you can call me at 201-356-3604.
Hello, my name is Cecilia Sanchez Delia, and I'm the newly appointed Director of Special Services. I've been working in the district for a number of years, having served on the Child Study Team, as well as the Director of the School-Based Youth Service Program. If you need to know anything related to special services, my email is cdelia@hoboken.k12.nj.us, and I'm also just a phone call away at 201-356-3635.
My name is Christopher Delafave, and I'm the Director of Innovative Programs. If you'd like to learn more about our Passport to Learning program, or Summer, LEAP, Theater, and our Fitness program, please email me at cdelafave@hoboken.k12.nj.us or call me at 201-356-3609.
Hello, my name is Nori Rojas and I am the District's Enrollment Coordinator. I am here to assist you with the registration process. If your child is currently enrolled in the Hoboken Public Schools District Pre-K4 program, you do not have to complete our online registration for kindergarten. Your child's enrollment information in our pre-K program will automatically roll over into our kindergarten system. You will be asked to verify acceptance of enrollment, defer enrollment, or decline enrollment for your pre-K4 child in our kindergarten program. This will help us best plan and budget for the upcoming school year. Many ask, how are students placed in our elementary schools? Once we roll over all pre-K4 children and add new enrollees to our incoming kindergarten class list, we do 4 things. First, We identify all children with siblings in any of our 3 elementary schools and place our incoming kindergarten students in the elementary schools that their older sibling attends. Second, we determine if there are any specialized programs that a child may need and place them in the school that hosts that specific program or that can best meet the need of the child. Third, we chart the walking distance of all remaining kindergarten students to each of our elementary schools. And fourth, we place all remaining kindergarten students in either the first or second closest elementary school to their home after balancing the socioeconomic footprints in each building. If your child is not currently enrolled in the Hoboken Public School District's pre-K program and would like to enroll your child in kindergarten or any other grade in our district for September 2021, you can visit our website at www.hoboken.k12.nj.us. Hover over Central Office in the horizontal bar above the photo box and click on Student Enrollment Office. There you will see the link for the 21-22 K-12 online registration. If you have any questions or run into any challenges, contact me at nrojas@hoboken.k12.nj.us or call me at 201-356-3619 and I'll be happy to help you.
I hope that you found this video valuable and that you are as excited to join our kindergarten family as we are to welcome you into it. We look forward to your child walking through the doors of Brant, Connors, or Wallace Elementary School as a student in September. Children are the reason why we laugh, smile, wake up each morning, and cannot wait to arrive at our respective schools each day. The Hoboken Public School District is honored to present this video as a testimonial to our elementary school program. Here we come, Hoboken. Join us as we continue on our journey toward making our district the best it possibly can be for our students.
At this time, I'd like to give you a few minutes just to kind of absorb all of the information that you heard in that video. I hope you learned a lot from it and enjoyed what you've learned. Our panelists are ready. They're out in the hallway from my office right now with their laptops, getting ready to answer any questions that you may have. I have a second portion of the virtual open house that I'm going to be doing in a few minutes, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to think about some questions that you may have so that you can route them and direct them to any of our panelists. So if you remember, we have 6 panelists that are here to answer questions for you tonight. We have our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Sandra Rodriguez Gomez. We have our district's Director of Special Services, Dr. Cecilia D'Elia. We have our Director of Innovative Programs, Mr. Christopher Delafave. We also have each of our elementary school principals, the Brant principal, Charles Bartlett. We have our Connor School principal, Ms. Juliana Addy, and we also have our Wallace School principal, Mr. Martin Shannon. All are here to answer any questions that you may have after you watch the video. So with that being said, I will give you the opportunity to take some time and post some questions while I pull up the next portion of my session, and I'll begin in probably 2 or 3 minutes at max. Okay, so I can already see some questions coming in, and just to give you a little guidance while you're posting your questions, anything that has to do with curriculum or instruction is a question that any of our principals can answer, but probably for the purpose of this virtual open house, Those questions should be routed or directed to our assistant superintendent. Any questions that have to do with special services, 504 plans, speech, anything in the area of special education should go to our Director of Special Services, Dr. Cecilia D'Elia. If you have any questions at all about our summer programs, for example, our theater program or our LEAP program, or even our fitness programs that we offer in the summer for children, those questions would go to Mr. Christopher Delafave, our Director of Innovative Programs, in addition to any questions regarding the Passport to Learning or Passport to Wellness programs. Those questions would go to Mr. Delafave as well. And then any specific questions that you may have regarding our elementary schools, any of our elementary school principals can answer those questions, except if you have a specific question regarding one school or another, I just ask that you direct the question to the appropriate principal. As I said, we're going to do our best to be answering any of your questions for the next half an hour or so. And any questions that may need an extended response, we'd be happy to provide you with all of the information you need. And we've made a commitment to answer all of those questions and email you back with responses by the end of the workday tomorrow afternoon. So with that being said, I hope that you are now all set and feel comfortable with your process of asking questions to our 6 panelists. So I'm going to provide you with some quick facts about the district, some of our accomplishments, some of our future plans at this time. And then at the end of my session, you will have the opportunity to stay on this Zoom call and be able to send additional questions into our panelists as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found it useful. It certainly was fun to produce, seeing all the pictures of our students and the video clips. Obviously, prior to the COVID pandemic was such a wonderful reminder of all of the fantastic things that are going on in our schools. Our schools right now are open 5 days a week, full days for all of our students, and have been since September. We've provided families with the opportunity to make a choice between on-site learning or remote learning. And so far, we have done everything we can to get over any of the challenges that may have been put in front of us and any of the hurdles. And I think we're doing the best possible job that we can. And our families that are both on remote learning and sending their children for on-site learning are providing us with extremely valuable feedback and reinforcement regarding many of the protocols and practices that we have in place. As a friendly reminder, I'm just going to ask one more time that as you're posting the questions, if you could please include the name or the position of the individual that you're directing your question to. It would really be helpful for our panelists as they're trying to field all of your questions. So let me start by giving you some quick facts and additional information about our district. The Hoboken Public School District oversees the operation of 70 preschool classes throughout the city of Hoboken. Those 70 preschool classes equate to 1,050 pre-K3 and pre-K4 preschool students. During the 2020-2021 school year, we are currently serving 2,186 kindergarten through 12th grade students in 3 comprehensive elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 comprehensive high school. This reflects an enrollment increase of 432 kindergarten through 12th grade students since the 2015-2016 school year. Our enrollment growth has given us a lot to think about and a lot to plan for when it comes to the future of our schools. and we are in the process now of doing just that. Our 3 elementary schools are very different in size, but they all implement the same curricula and programs. Connors Elementary School is home this year to 290 koalas. Brant Elementary School educates 519 bears, and Wallace Elementary School serves 562 wildcats. We relish in the vast diversity of our district's tapestry. Our students and staff speak a total of 20 different languages in addition to English. Our rich differences are what unites us. Our district is certainly proud of our adoption and implementation of the Project Lead the Way STEM program at our elementary school level, our middle school level, and our high school level. At the elementary school level, from kindergarten through 5th grade, our students have a dedicated STEM period each day. They also have a dedicated STEM teacher. Integrated into their science curriculum are Project Lead the Way units of study in the areas of computer science, engineering, and biomedical science. Project Launch, as it is named by Project Lead the Way, prepares our elementary students for the STEM Gateway program at the middle school level and for specialized STEM pathways at Hoboken High School. As a result of our commitment to Project Lead the Way and the performance of our high school students on Project Lead the Way's end of course assessments, all 5 of our schools in the Hoboken Public School District have earned nationally distinguished STEM school awards by Project Lead the Way. While it may be years away, it may kind of feel strange to think about high school, but it's never too early to know what Hoboken High School has to offer your child. Hoboken High School offers the Seal of Biliteracy. It offers the WISE Financial Literacy Certification. Our students participate in Rutgers pre-medical honors programs. They also participate in Hudson Community College's Early College program. Hoboken High School offers 23 advanced placement courses, as well as the very prestigious AP Capstone program. Our recent graduating classes now have a 4-year graduation cohort rate of 98.9%. We have college acceptance rates that range from 94 to 96%, and last year's class of 2020 earned over $17 million in college and university merit, athletic, and academic scholarships. Hoboken Middle School has a plethora of programs that engage and challenge students in an effort to prepare them for Hoboken High School. This week, we will be inducting our first cohort of students into the National Middle School Honor Society, and we are extremely proud of them. I am sure that you know about our award-winning music and theater programs, but I have the time now to brag a little bit and tell you more about them. Beginning at our elementary school level, our students have the option to participate in chorus, instrumental band, and orchestra. Over the past 2 years, our elementary school students have been selected to perform in the elementary level honors bands by the North Jersey School of Music Association, and our middle school students show off their talents every single year at Montclair State University's Chamber Music Day. That's one of my favorite events to attend. Our choral students at both elementary and middle school levels in the district participate in the American Young Voices program in the spring each year. It was no surprise when our district earned the Best Community in Music Education Award in 2020. Hoboken Public School District's elementary students have a marking period of theater instruction as well in order to build foundational performing arts skills. That's kind of unusual in many elementary schools, but we do make a commitment to ensure that our students participate in this full marking period of theater education. It's something that they enjoy greatly, and it actually enhances literacy skills more than most people even realize. Hoboken Middle School students dazzled audiences last year with their production of Seussical the Musical. They have also won a variety of awards at the Teen Arts competition in both the areas of music and theater. Hoboken High School is certainly well known for their marching band program, placing in a number of highly competitive competitions statewide, and they made us so proud when they were invited to perform in the Memorial Day Parade in Washington, D.C. just 2 years ago. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you much about our high school theater department, so now is my opportunity to brag about them a little bit. Our high school thespians continue to win awards at countywide teen arts festivals and also at the state level. This past week, I was notified by Miss Danielle Miller, our director of the high school drama department, that our students took home many awards at the Speech and Theater Association of New Jersey Governor's Awards in Arts Education. Our high school theater department has been featured in international magazines, and it competes each year in the International Thespians Competition. Travel is not uncommon for our students. After taking the title of Hudson County Mock Trial Champions, our high school debate team traveled to Spain to compete in the Harvard Model Congress Europe program. Our students returned with 5 high-ranking awards. Not sure if you've ever heard of our Classroom Without Walls program, but I'll give you a little information about that as well. Our Classroom Without Walls program has taken our students in the past 4 years to Italy, England, France, Spain, and Japan to date, with trips that are planned to the Galapagos Islands and to Greece as well. So let's get back to some of the wonderful things that are happening at our elementary school level. In addition to updated curricula in all of the core content areas, as well as the related arts, our students in grades K through 5 also participate in 2 grade level enrichment programs per year. These programs ensure that all students are immersed in unique learning experiences. Through our individualized learning period, all children are challenged in each of our core content areas, but particularly in math and language arts literacy. Multiple measures are used for identifying children for our gifted and talented program. In the Hoboken Public School District, in addition to grades, recommendations, standardized test scores at the state level, as well as in-house created assessment, we also utilize the COGAT and the SCAT assessments for our identification process. Our students participate in the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth Gifted and Talented program if they're identified. And this program allows them to take a multitude of courses through the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth program, both in the fall semester, in the spring semester, and also in the summer semester at no cost to families involved in this program. At our elementary schools, our students also participate in math Olympiads, the Scripps Spelling Bee, and the New Jersey Steam Tank competition. Actually, in 2019, not sure if you're aware of this or not, but a team from Wallace Elementary School was the New Jersey State Champions in the New Jersey Steam Tank competition. The last program that I would like to take some time and discuss in greater detail is our Passport to Wellness and Learning program. So most of you have probably only heard of the Passport to Learning program, but about 2 years ago, we added an extension to that program and decided that we wanted to put a focus also on wellness. So we actually run 2 programs, Passport to Learning and Passport to Wellness. At this time, the Passport to Wellness program has predominantly offered programs at the middle school level as a bridge to our Hoboken High School programs. And most of those programs are offered to students in 6th through 8th grade. However, as a result of our Director of Innovative Programs, Mr. Delafay's vision of the Passport to Wellness program, he began last year incorporating some of those activities into our upper elementary school levels as well. So with that being said, at our 6th through 8th grade level, in the Passport to Wellness program, we've offered programs such as swimming, sailing, kayaking, and stand-up paddleboarding. I'm sure that over the past maybe year or so, you've seen on social media our students sailing on the Hudson River, kayaking on the Hudson River, and stand-up paddleboarding as well on the Hudson River. Our students also participate in the Passport to Wellness program in things like skiing and hiking. They also have the opportunity to participate in volleyball, archery, tennis, cross country, rugby, basketball, and golf as well. These are wildly popular programs among our middle school students, and that is the reason why we started to offer some of those programs at the upper elementary school level as well. Last year, we also introduced ice hockey for both boys and girls, and rock climbing. Both of those programs were not only available to our middle school students, but also to our upper elementary school students as well. The Passport to Wellness program right now is in the process of being expanded with all kinds of new ideas that will be added to the program, and we can't wait to reopen some of those activities for our students and our families. The Passport to Learning program was really a great addition to our elementary schools. And just to give you a little background, about 5 years ago, when I first entered the district, one of the things that I quickly realized was that each of our elementary schools were offering after-school programs, but they were very different from school to school. One elementary school was offering a very in-depth after-school program, including a range of enrichment activities, while another elementary school was offering kind of pieces of enrichment programs. And another one of our elementary schools seemed to be offering what was more like a aftercare program as opposed to an after-school program with embedded enrichment. As a result of some of those differences, I brought to the Board of Education the idea of creating a district-wide after-school program with the idea of calling it the Passport to Learning program. That idea was one that sprouted out of conversations with parents that had children in our elementary schools that were extremely interested in providing some consistency across the board to all schools. And once we started really digging into these programs, what emerged from those conversations was a commitment to providing equity across each of our elementary schools and offering a high quality after school program that is affordable for all families. Our Passport to Learning program is such a great addition to our elementary schools. Last year and the year before, we captured approximately 60% of our elementary school population in the Passport to Learning after school program. Each year, the enrichment offerings change. Mr. Delafave does a fantastic job reaching out to different vendors and working with our classroom teachers to create a range of different courses. We put surveys out to get ideas from families about what kind of courses they would like. And ultimately, we put an extensive program together that families have the option to sit with their children and ask their children what enrichment courses that they would like to participate in our after-school program. These offerings kind of fall in different categories. So we have enrichment course offerings that fall in the performing arts category, in the fine arts category. We have courses that are offered in the world languages. We have courses offered in the area of culinary arts. Kids seem to really love that area. We also have a range of enrichment courses that span across our core content areas, meaning that we have enrichment courses in the area of science and social studies, civics, economics, geography. We also have courses in mathematics, language arts literacy. So it runs the gamut. But one of the programs that we have been offering for the past 4 years that has been a wonderful partnership is our Math Circles program that we run after school in Passport to Learning in conjunction with Stevens Institute of Technology. So we're very, very proud of that program, and we just simply look to grow that program each year. There's also courses, enrichment courses that we offer that are simply interest-based courses. So these are things like fashion design. We have some courses in film and television production. We also have some courses that are called Jumping Beans or Fairy Tale Theater. So these are some of the classes that the younger children just simply like to try out. And based on the interest level that we have, we make the determination if these courses will stay with us and continue on, or if we're going to change them and recycle different courses. Chess has been wildly popular. Dance has been extremely popular with our students, and guitar is also another program that has been extremely popular with our students. As a parent, you have the choice of registering your child in the Passport to Learning program for just the first 1 hour enrichment time slot. And then you can pick your child up if that's all you would like to enroll your child in. But if you need to use the program for extended aftercare, you can do that as well, because we have different times that you can actually pick your child up. So if you would like, you can register your child for the enrichment hour and the hour after, which is our academic support and homework help hour. Once you finish those 2 hours, you could pick your child up at 5 o'clock. If you need extra time until 6 o'clock, you can actually do that as well. And in that scenario, your child would participate in the enrichment hour. Your child would then participate in academic support and homework help. And then for that last hour, they would participate in free play, as well as having dinner if you decide to make that one of your options. So the Passport to Learning program really serves as a resource for our families, but also as a true enrichment program for our students. Our summer programs are also highly attended. We've always run the theater camp program since I've been in the district, and that is extremely popular. We've expanded the number of participants for that particular program so that there is not a waiting list. And then 3 years ago, we introduced a new summer program called Leap into Summer Learning Camp. And that program was offered throughout the month of August to kind of give children the opportunity to get back into the routine of both school combined with summer fun. So the program has both enrichment offerings, it has academic support embedded in it, and it also has a range of really some fun summer camp activities and different play opportunities for children as well. And the LEAP summer camp runs from 8:15 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, mirroring our typical school day. Last year was the first year we started this new program, our summer fitness program, and we did it to try to meet the needs of our community. We were hearing a lot of families talk about the fact that there wasn't really anything open for children this past summer as a result of COVID-19. And so what we decided to do was put small group summer fitness programs together. We utilized Hoboken High School's turf field and the track as well. And we ran programs for children from preschool all the way up through ninth grade in different age band groups. But we ran bicycle programs. We ran spike ball competitions. We ran some yoga and mindfulness events and activities, not just for children, but for the entire family. We also ran programs that put children through different obstacle courses. There was a whole host of things, soccer skills, just things to get children out in the most safe way possible in small groups, but still have the opportunity to connect with one another, have a little fun, and get outside in the fresh air. And that program, because of its success last summer, will absolutely be continued next summer as well. All of that information, so we've already had some families emailing and asking questions as to when the information will come out regarding those programs. Each of the summer programs are offered to children who are already enrolled in the Hoboken Public School District or who are just newly enrolled in the Hoboken Public School District. As soon as that information is ready, we anticipate that it will be coming out within the next couple weeks. And that should give you enough time to survey any of the other summer programs that you might be interested in and register for any of our summer programs that you think look like they would be a good fit for your family. They will be emailed out to all of our current pre-K through grade 8 families, but in addition, we'll post them on our website. We'll post them on Facebook with the registration link so that you have all the information that you could possibly need to register. So at this time, I believe our time has come to an end. I hope that you found the first portion of our virtual open house beneficial, that being the video and also these quick facts and some important information about the district that I've shared with you. I also hope that many of your questions have already been answered. If not, like I said, your questions will be sent to you with responses no later than tomorrow evening. So right now it's 7:35. I can see that there are still 115 participants that are on this virtual open house. So we are going to leave the open house open for the next 25 minutes so that our panelists can continue to answer your questions. You can keep sending them in up until 8 o'clock, which would be the formal end time of the virtual open house, and then we'll close out of it. If you have any questions after this particular event ends and you would like to either give me a call, you can do so at 201-356-3602, or you can email me at cjohnson@hoboken.k12.nj.us. I'm extremely accessible and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I usually do not respond to emails or phone calls any longer than a 10-hour period of time. Usually I respond immediately. So make sure you send anything in if you still have questions about it. I hope that you enjoyed the evening. I know that I can speak for our teachers, our support staff, our administration, as well as our Board of Education. We really cannot wait for your children to walk through our school doors. We look forward to welcoming both you, your family, and watching your child blossom during his or her time in the Hoboken Public School Districts. So thank you for joining us tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll keep the Zoom open for another 25 minutes, and you can continue asking your questions. Have a wonderful night.